Only on Sunrise, a mental health and wellness fair is coming up in May. Joining us this morning is Cathe Williams to talk about the event. Cathe, good morning.
Good morning. Nice to be
How
here.
are you this morning?
I'm great, thank you.
Very nice, very nice. So, yeah, what can you tell us about the mental health and wellness fair coming up?
Well, this is a focus on wellness, and it's being put on by a grassroots group of people such as myself who live with mental health issues, and we're putting the emphasis on recovery and erasing the stigma that seems to surround a lot of people with mental health issues.
Definitely, definitely. What are some resources available?
Different organizations are gonna bring their own unique flyers and brochures and items to help support wellness.
Very cool. And so, how is this mental health fair different from others in the area?
Well, it's a grassroots effort put on by myself and a few other consumers rather than, as opposed to majority of fairs that are put on for resources are large organizations. And so we got together and planned this since July. And we're trying to work towards erasing the stigma through wellness. That like wellness is an avenue to dealing better with your mental health symptoms.
Absolutely. For those unfamiliar with the term grassroots, can you define it for me a little, please?
Sure. It's, as opposed to, like I said, a large organization, it's like a group of people who aren't affiliated with any organization or anything, and we all have in common a mental health diagnosis.
Yeah. What got you involved in talking about mental health?
Well, I have mental health issues myself and deal with symptoms, but I'm managing them through wellness efforts like going to the gym and other things like talking about it, I think helps erase some of the stigma. And 22 years I worked in the field of case management, mental health case management. A lot of people didn't know that I had a mental health diagnosis, but I would get a lot of comments and stuff that were not appropriate. So I did start doing some focus groups and workshops in the work field to help people understand, like using signs like crazy, things like that are outdated and aren't appropriate for helping people get well.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like the hardest part of somebody opening up is to open up, is the actual act of opening up. How would you for somebody watching this, like what can you say to them to kind of ease that burden a little bit?
Well, I personally have experience with recovery from my mental illness. I believe that everybody, no matter how severe their illness is, their symptoms are, there is hope. And I firmly believe that if I could do it, anybody could do it. Because I was pretty severely mentally ill with a lot of severe symptoms, but with medication, treatment, and getting out and coming out of my shell, I was so shy before, and now I'm open about it. And I think it helps reduce the barrier when other people are talking about it. You know, it's kind of a closet issue. It's like nobody wants to know. No family members want to be associated with it until they get education and training and start learning to. It's like I don't believe in living your mental illness. I think we live with it, and I'm thriving. Being able to be open more and talk and do events like this towards helping reduce the stigmas and promoting wellness.
That's great to hear. Are there any other events coming up?
I plan on, in the future, doing a mental health recognition luncheon, which I've done in the past. I'm from San Diego, and for 15 years I did that for like 350 clients. And it's been highly successful. And what we focus on is members who are experiencing mental health issues. They get nominated by their peers or who they're dealing with to get help. And they get like a certificate or a bouquet of flowers or something to celebrate their success. It doesn't mean somebody that's really way out there and talking a lot about it. It could be somebody that's just making small strides towards wellness.
Absolutely. Before I let you go, is there anything you'd like to share? Anything else you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, I hope a lot of people come to the event, and it's going to be held at St. Mark's Church. That's one of the big differences, that's held at a church instead of a large venue. And it's going to be May 16th on a Thursday from 9 to 3, and I hope to see everybody there.
Cathe, thank you so much for coming on to the show and sharing your story.
Thank you. Happy to do it, and thanks for sharing with me.
Of course, of course. As Cathe said, the Mental Health and Wellness Fair is happening May 16th at 140 North Oakdale Avenue in Medford. The event runs from 9 to 3 and has opportunity drawings, informational resources, as well as samples and giveaways. Cathe, once again, thank you so much for your honesty this morning.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.